Welcome to eBay eHelp's new series, the eBay account. Today is going to be episode 1, creating an account, and we're going to talk about how to get started with eBay, registering for an account. So obviously you're going to need to go to ebay.com, and in the top left corner you're going to click register. Here it's going to ask you for 6 different fields: your first name, last name, email, eBay user ID, which would be your username, password, and confirm your password. This is a lot simpler than it used to be. It used to have a few dozen different fields, your address, your PayPal. So eBay's definitely made signing up for an account very simple. So that's definitely for our convenience here. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and fill out the form so you can see how it's done. Okay, I'm back. So here I just made up a name, Brandon Lewis. So first name Brandon, last name Lewis, email brandonlewis@youremail.com, whatever. You obviously you'd want to fill in your correct information. I already have an account, so I'm not going to sign up for another one. For your email, you definitely want to use an email that you use frequently, because if they have any promotional offers or they need to get in contact with you, if you're using like your spam email, you're not going to be able to read it and you're not going to know what's going on. So you definitely need to use an email that you use very often and check very often. And then you need to put in your password. I think it has to be lowercase letters, some capitals, maybe even some numbers, and then it'll tell you the strength of your password. That doesn't really matter. I mean, medium, it's strong enough. No one's really gonna crack into your account. For your eBay user ID, I haven't filled that out yet because I want to talk to you about that. My personal preference, and I recommend it to anyone else creating an account, is that you keep your eBay user ID pretty simple. You don't want it too long, because when you need to log in, you're going to use your user ID, and the longer it is, the more you have to type in. So I like to keep it very simple. It says you have to use at least 6 characters, letters, numbers, periods, underscores, and dashes only. So that's exactly what I like to do. I like to use at least 6 characters. So for an example like this, I like to use the first letter of my first name, the next 4 letters of my last name, and then my favorite number. So for this case, it would be L-O-U-I, and then let's say your favorite number is 7. So that would be a username I would use if this was my account that I was creating and my favorite number was 7. I mean, the number doesn't really matter, I like to put any random number in there. Definitely don't want to put like your birth year, because that gives off information in your user ID, and you definitely don't want to put your whole last name and your first name in there, because that also gives information away. So this user ID right here is perfect. If you want, you can even use like a double-digit number. That might be a little more secure, I guess. It could throw people off. They might think it's your birth year or whatever. But like for me, my username is exactly like this one is set up. So once you type it in, if you click to the next field, it'll say if it's available or not. It gives me a check, so it is available. But let's say like my name was John Smith, so I would put JSMIT, and favorite number is 7, and go to the next field. See, this username is taken, so you might want to put in 2 numbers. So say my other favorite number is 575. This username is also taken. So you kind of got to play around with it. I guess it depends on how common your name is, if the username will be taken or not. You can also go like this, 75, put the whole word in there, and that's available. So that's another way you can do it. These are just my recommendations of how you should create your user ID to stay secure as possible for eBay. And so once you have all this filled out, just go ahead and click submit. Here's the user agreement and privacy policy if you wanted to read that, and confirm that you're at least 18 years old. Click submit, and you'll be taken into your account. I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my account so we can go to the next step. So here you can edit your profile, put a picture in there, change the background, whatever you need to do. So that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it and learned something from it, and stay tuned for episode 2 of the eBay account. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.